Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and members of Pattern Realm. Today I want to talk to you about how to become a person of influence. This is something that really for the past 4 years has been something that's really fascinated me. And of course, in the video and before you guys today, I'm going to give you 6 of what will on my audio podcast be 12 ways to become a person of influence. Number 1, accountability. I liken that to responsibility. Bring this chair over here. 25 years ago, when I thought my father was dying, I reconciled with him. I was talking to him about some of the problems I was having, the situation that led to my divorce. And he said, "Now, James, son, you listen to me. I want to teach you to take responsibility for everything you do, because that's the key to success." Jesus taught about that in the Word. You might want to take a look at it. So, one thing I've learned is if you want to be successful, you have to take responsibility, especially if you want to be a successful leader of many. Take responsibility and be the best that you can be in that way. Number 2, be an authority in something. Now, I know a lot of people want to say, well, you need to be an expert. I kind of don't like the word expert. The experts told my mother when I was 4 years old that I would be a slow learner. The experts told me before graduating from high school and after graduation from high school that I was unfit for college and I would never finish college, which 7 years after completing high school, I did. Praise the Lord. But I see myself as an authority and a coach, not an expert. I like to teach about success and entrepreneurship and leadership. Number 3, communicate authentically. Almost 11 years ago, I went through a program called the Landmark Forum. And one thing that they taught me is how to be authentic. Pushing aside the story and narrative that's in my head to make things possible in my life. When you communicate authentically, then that means you can be the very best that you can be if you're your authentic self and not trying to be a cookie cutter like the rest of the culture. Society is too much into this cookie cutter deal, following stuff like the cult of celebrity or things that really don't matter. When we can really be authentic and stand out. That's what I feel like God has called us to do, is be authentic. Number 4, dependability. Are you reliable? Are you willing to do what you say you're going to do? My maternal grandfather taught the family something I'll never forget. He said, if a man's word is good, he's very good. But if a man's word is bad, he's very bad. Something to think about. You have to stay true to your word. And I like to say that I under-promise, but yet over-deliver. That way, you give them more than what they've expected. Because that's the nature of life. Are you willing to be dependable in life? Number 5, ethics. I think society and what they teach in schools, they like to separate ethics and morals. I don't think that that's the case. You know, because a lot of ethics teachers say, well, the world's, all ethics is about is just this gray area. But I want you to strike a chord and resonate with me to believe this. There is black, there is white, there is wrong, and there is right. My maternal grandfather also said, right is right and wrong is wrong, and there is no in between. Having this ethics is important. Number 6, family. You know, one thing that's been impressed on me, I've been married for almost 3 months now. And one thing that's been impressed on me in some of my morning meditations that God talks to me about is you start by being a leader of one. And then if you have a spouse and maybe children, you become a leader of a family. The family is the basic unit of society where leaders are made. And that's where I stand on. Family is important. And the sooner we grasp this, the better off we're going to be. Family. The basic unit of leadership. How did I come to this? Getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and just talking to the Lord. Seeing how messed up our culture is. Departing from the morals that define the family. And that's where our problem lies. That's where we lose grasp of what's going on. This 6th one, that is where you begin to step in to be a person of influence, starting with your family. How you relate to your spouse. How you relate to your parents. If you have children, how you relate to your children. I'm grateful to have the spouse, the wife that I have. She's a lovely princessa. And I'm glad to be coming home to her. And I hope that this is a blessing to each and every one of you. And I'm glad to talk about how to become a person of influence. Thank you so much, fellow Toastmasters.